Good afternoon. It's 2 p.m. on the Ethical Flooring Ltd. Facebook page, where it's fast facts and features with me, the brand ambassador. It's Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where I bring Kevin, suppliers, or somebody, little drum roll, to the screen to introduce. So how about you introduce yourself, my mystery guest?
Hello, everyone. I'm Jan Bartosek, the new store manager of Ethical Flooring.
Oh, so how long have you been back in the store, Jan?
I've been back since the 1st February after a small break from being actually with Ethical. But in the past, I've been about 6 years with Ethical Flooring.
Oh my gosh.
Something like that, yeah. It's a long time.
So what drew you to Ethical Flooring at the beginning of that 6 years prior to you coming back?
Yeah, so basically, I came to Canada actually the 6.5 years ago. And I had a prior flooring industry experience. I've been probably around 4 years in Czech Republic, in Europe, doing the same work. And to be honest, I was kind of enjoying myself a little bit in Canada, talking to people, because if you're not used to talk different language, you're only used to read and listen to movies and whatnot, your brain is not really connected to your mouth. So even though you know all those, vocabularies, words, you need to practice. So I was kind of practicing for 3 months, just kind of hanging out and go out with people. But then at some point, I'm like, well, my money is getting smaller. I have to work. And, I was kind of looking around and there was a beautiful, actually, advertisement from Ethical Flooring back then in 2015. It was very well put together, and I'm like, whoa, this is like something what I did in the past, and Ethical Flooring as well, because the focus on the environmentally friendly products and being ethical. My background is actually waste management and environment. I have a master's degree in waste management, so I'm like, well, I'm environmentally friendly. Plus, I've got experience in flooring. Like, they have to hire me. Like it was.
They had to hire you. I love that.
Yes, yeah. Like I sent them my resume to owners, Kevin and Tanya. I'm like, this is mine. Like there's no other way. And Tanya called me next day and wanted to see me, and yeah, we just completely clicked because we had completely same mindset, very detailed, very ethical and environmentally focused. So it was great. It was like a dream come true, I think, for both of us, because we know that our industry is not something what everyone just is their dream to go to. Everyone wants to be a entertainer nowadays, YouTube influencers, right? So it was really good for both of us. So that's kind of the short story.
So the evolution of 6 years, what did that look like from when you were first hired to your role before you became the store manager was what again?
So I was project manager since the beginning. Yeah, I just need maybe a little bit more time than someone who's already within Canada. I just need a little bit more time to learn the product, but everyone does, right? Everyone needs to learn the product, but maybe my language was just a small barrier, but not really big. And yeah, it was back then, it was me and my colleague Bill, who will be very happy to come on to.
Oh, good.
So that's one of our also like very senior project managers. So yeah, it was in the beginnings, it was very busy. It was only me and my colleague Bill. And with Kevin and Tana kind of, just running around all day long, 6 days a week, and building the company from the scratch, basically, with Kevin and Tanya. So yeah, but like the first year, you always have as a newcomer to any industry, you have to build up your client base if you're in sales. So that takes a little bit of time, but after a year, we both and Bill were really just killing it, if I say it this way.
So what would you say has been your biggest learning being in this industry? And secondly, what has been your biggest success in this industry?
Mm-hmm. Well, I've been already 4 years ahead, before in Europe, and I've done kind of the both commercial and residential kind of side of the business. And um, the biggest learning for me was that you have to be very, very detailed. Because
Mm,
if you're not, it will show up somewhere.
mhm,
Either the clients will be unhappy, or the installers will be unhappy, or just something will happen. Some
mhm,
big problem will happen, and it's really hard to rectify problems in flooring, because
mhm,
once the floor is laid down, there's not really way to go back. Easy,
mhm,
easy. So definitely you have to be very detailed. Also on the sales side, you have to be a pleasant person.
mhm,
So clients like you, so it's a little bit personality thing. But there's a different way. There's a lot of different ways how you can approach this job. So that's kind of what I learned probably the most. Now, obviously, there's many types of clients you can meet, different personalities. So it will learn you be a little bit psychologist to some extent,
mhm.
because some people expect different things from you, and also some issues can be dealt differently with. And excuse me, the other question was
What do you feel has been your biggest success in this industry
business success.
thus far?
Well, if I call it like in a material way,
Mhm,
obviously the amount of sales, right?
mhm,
So that's kind of for me was big success, because I reached 1.6 million sales 1 year,
mhm.
which is not even being achieved by anyone in our company. Monthly sales as well, so I'm still holding records.
Good.
I'm proud. Um, but in a non-materialistic way, the success for me is I grew as a person a lot.
Mm,
It's connected, to that psychological kind of part of the business, because you just learn how to deal with stress. You learn how to deal with different personalities, installers, clients, manufacturers, suppliers as well. So I think it gave me, over the course of 10 years in total in flooring, it learned me a lot myself, like grow wise,
mhm.
personal, myself. So
And what is the three things that are going to be under the title or part of your roles and responsibilities as the store manager?
yeah, so we grew so much in course of really last 2 years. The pandemic was really, or still is, very dividing. Some businesses unfortunately went down, and some
Mhm,
went through the roof. That was kind of what happened. And for us, we were always really busy, and
mhm,
with the pandemic, we were even more busy.
mhm,
Just extraordinary, because all of a sudden people wanted to stay home and redo their basements for offices, right, and stuff like that, and also couldn't go for vacation. So that kind of left money on the table potentially for doing some, put it in the house where it makes more sense. It keeps the value. So over the course of a year and a half, and I realized myself, we hired 3 new salespeople.
mhm,
Historically, we were hiring, let's say, one person a year, but
mhm,
all of a sudden we're hiring every 6 months, one new, and we can be doing it forever, basically, because there's a lot of business, and we build up our name
mhm.
to the extent that really just people come to us already decided they want to work with us, because they heard really good things about us. So for us being already so relatively big for a family company, the management had to be a little bit restructuralized,
Mhm.
because Kevin and Tanya were just not, they were not able to, they are, but in order to grow more, they need help in management. So
Mhm.
that's kind of my role, to taking some of most of their responsibilities, and just kind of be on top of the sales team, whatever they need, to be their support. Sometimes you think that the boss is a boss and everyone has to listen to him, but at the same time, in sales or in the companies, the company is driven by sales, right? If they're selling actually something, there's companies who are not selling anything, but for us, it's driven by sales. So everyone who's around is actually sort of a support role to some extent.
Mhm.
And at the same time, leader and kind of direction of the company, and just kind of doing everything in the back, because our front is the sales. That's the people who are meeting with the clients. So very like a big support role, and just overall organization, streamlining everything.
Mhm.
But there's a many small things you have to do every day.
So thank you so much, Jan, for joining me today. I do know, because I've been at Ethical a few times. I can remember you being there when I brought the BCIT students in for their training way back when. I'm going to ask you a question. Do you still have a great coffee pot?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I'm going to encourage you all to give Jan a call, because I'm sure he'll put the coffee pot on for you and give you a great tour, and to just sit and chat with you and start building the relationships over a great cup of coffee. And I also know they have tea, because I've had tea as well at the showroom as well. So Jan, congratulations. Welcome back to the Ethical Flooring team. I look forward to working with you and you getting your project managers on our little fast facts and features. Because you know what, guys, we really do buy from people. We buy great products and services from amazing people, and everybody at Ethical Flooring is just that. So enjoy the rest of your day. I know you sent me a text message earlier saying the store was busy, so I'm sure you're going to head back to the store afterwards. And tune in next Wednesday as well, 2 p.m. You just don't know what I'm going to be talking about yet, but I can promise you it'll be a fast fact or a feature at Ethical Flooring. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Janet.